Alright, welcome to the stream. I am Neozar. This is my FTL world record 105 win streak at this point. And we're going to be doing Engi today. So, hey, you like this name, Roy Mart and WQQZ, welcome to the stream. Yeah, there's a reason I was talking about Medibots and NGA things in the Discord, because I was getting in the mode. I always, read up on the ships a little bit before I play them, just to refresh everything. But yeah, FTL is honestly probably one of the few games where I very consistently always have the music on. Because depending on the games, either I play a lot of games with just like my own music on and the game music off. But FTL, it's essential for me at least. Honestly, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm like subconsciously tracking timings, like with the specific music rhythm and stuff. But yeah, so last time we got the NGC, which is the best NG ship, and this is the most medium NG ship, and we already did the worst one. NG's ships are ones where it's very clear what the best, worst, and in between are. Alright, did not think about this whatsoever until this very moment. So let's do the Oasis. Alright, kick the Rebel off the ship. We got Camel at the Oasis, right? How about a Jackal? Gotta like make sure I'm spelling that correctly. I realize. Suddenly questioned myself for some reason. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so what do we? Camel, Jackal, and who else? Crocodile's not gonna fit. Trying to think of the most appropriate animal here. Maybe an ibis. Actually, I don't know if they're really oasis birds, but I'm going for it. Someone else can do some biological research if they feel. I just threw this one together. Yeah, so anyways, I'm sorry if I know I haven't streamed very much lately. Had a lot going on in life, both like with work and then with a toddler back in daycare, just starting in a couple of weeks now. It's like every time goes for 2 days and then he's sick for like the rest of the week. And then we get sick and it's just like not a fun time. Sick toddler, sick family. So not ideal. But anyways, so this ship is alright. I feel like I used to rate it a lot higher. I think I may have gotten my first win with it even, way back when. This one's best because 3 weapon power. I mean, that's one of the best things about it, for sure. Yeah, I'm just going to start because Oasis enabled hard. Alright. But yeah, so it's got some... I almost clicked that on, wasted drone part. It's got Engis. It's got an extra system, drone control, but still something. Combat drone's alright. 3 weapon slots is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. 3 drone slots is not usually that relevant, but every once in a while. Swap the crew around. I like having the human where I'm more able to run them around. Same about, because usually I do it this way, and I was considering swapping the human to engines and the Engi to weapons, to prioritize repairing the weapons faster if they get hit. But it is nice having them right next to the shields also, and the drone. Like, it's kind of a decently central spot. Not really sure what's more ideal. And then Iron Blast 2 is one of those weapons that's like, it can be great early game, but it can really struggle. And it's expensive and kind of awkward to get other damaging weapons online, which is problematic. Because you don't want to be relying on the combat drone for targeted damage. Especially once you get past like one shield ships. You really need something where you can choose what you're doing. I mean, even hacking can help out. Just something so you can be like, I want this room to suffer. Alright. I've definitely had some rough times on this ship. So I'm a little wary of it. I had one run which I wish was a streamed one, because it probably would have been pretty entertaining, where I used fire drone for like 2 sectors straight, just like a ton. I mean, it took forever. But just to get more value and get crew kills, because I was like so behind. Decently late exit. Most of the stuff's connected well enough. So we got the Medibots that sell for 30, so that's great for a store. You know, we're not going to really delay shields much at all, I don't think. Although having 2 Engis definitely helps out. Like, you're less likely to have that like catastrophic cascading repair issue with 3 crew and 2 of them being Engi. That some ships can have in the early game. Hey Badger. Yeah, it can definitely have awkward transition issues. I mean, it's like, it's a ship where you find a halberd on it. It's like, well, you can use that in the combat drone, but like, it takes, you know, you need 6 weapon power to run both the things at the same time, even though it's like a decent combo. And then even, you know, just any 2 power weapon, it's like, well, going up to 5 weapon power is 85 scrap right there. So it's like, well, do I buy a system, or do I afford to like have a weapon online? Hey, Marble Eyes. Yeah, I saw the triple combat drone WQQC with the recovery arm. I forget what weapons you had by the end. But I thought that seemed... It was one of those things where it's like, I would never aim for that, but it'd be kind of fun to fall into that sometime. Alright, asteroid field. Scout. Hacking. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's something. So, our main hope, like, is to hack something that's not a big deal, and this doesn't get hit by an asteroid, like, immediately. So, the plan generally is we depower the combat drone just before it's going to hit, and then we shoot the ion blast, and then we shoot the combat drone to pop the shields, and have the ion hit weapons, since that'll be targeted. I might let this thing shoot if it's going to have a chance to get through the shield on its own right here, though. Oxygen. Well, I don't really want the power in there, but this is where like Medibots might help us out, because that's slightly problematic for sure. So close to beating that shield. So very, very close. Just gotta like be real careful here. Black burst laser 1 heavy. That's fun, yeah. This might time out okay though. Oh, that's just great. That's like really, really great. Kind of okay that. Oh, and you're shooting weapons anyways. Okay. Things are looking up. Get oxygen online. Still want to hit your weapons. Alright, great. Their hacking's down. Wow, combat drone's working. Ah, so close. Shields up. Nice. Phew. Dodged it anyway. So this fight, I was worried for a second. Like, oh great, asteroid field with the hacking. It's like they hack your shields, and then you just get an asteroid into shields that starts double fires. It's like double Engis aren't gonna save you there. You know, if you can't kill them fast, you're just gonna get destroyed. You know, fights where when you summon your combat drone, the second you summon it, it gets hit by an asteroid. Alright, but that, we didn't take any damage. And just use the one drone. Yeah, so that ended up being much better than it could have been. I was even worried about the O2 hack. Like, we could handle it fine to just level 1 unless O2 got hit. And then it's like, well, now I need to like bust in there. And also, they could have been level 2 hacking. I'm pretty sure those ships can have level 2. In Sector 1 even. Not actually sure. I know you can have level 2 mind control. I think you can have level 2 hacking. I'm gonna take the distress for sure. We got good blue options. But do I go down here? Maybe I just go right to the distress. We don't do the giant alien spiders, no. Okay, let's measure this out to see if I want to take that nebula. If I think it's gonna like get me an extra jump this sector or not. Yeah, it probably will. I think. Yeah, so I'm gonna take that. But yeah, asteroid fields and hacking are two things you never want to be running into like your very first jump on any run. You know, environmentals in general are really dangerous right in the beginning. And hacking is basically always dangerous, possibly, and oftentimes like kind of irrelevant. But I mean, a lot of enemy threats are kind of that way. Alright, this is awesome. Guaranteed double rewards. So we're going to intervene to defend the outpost. Oop. I didn't see you for a second. So yeah, they don't have a offensive drone, so that's great. Huh. So is this a training ship then? Right? I'm not missing something, am I? They're not running. They have a heavy laser. The repair bot. But yeah, I think this is a training ship. That's awesome, man. Finding a training ship with one shield is so rare. I'm like a little in disbelief. I gotta like let it run for a minute here and make sure they don't have like a secret bomb I'm blind to or something, but yeah, this is the rare. I'm not sure last time I ran into a one shield training ship where I had one shield. Because you see this stuff every once in a while, but usually there's some other threat in some way. I feel like, you know, a drone or mind control or something. I don't know. I guess not mind control in a rebel, but the pirate version maybe. Yeah. So let me get that set up. We'll just, you know, do that. Alright. So fast. So, I'll try and get an O2 kill after this, for sure. But I probably won't do a speed hack because we need to take out the clone bay and they have a system repair bot and stuff, so We'll have to see how that goes. Got level 2 engines on this ship at least. It's always nice to have to spend that 10 scrap. I'm not going to wait on the shields. I mean, maybe I'll wait on level 1. Alright. Did I take out all of their anti-drones? Sure seems that way. So that's good. And I think I'm not sure what would have happened to my combat drone, because I thought it was over here. So I'm not sure if I'm just not seeing it, if it's off the screen, or if I did lose it somehow. So I wasn't paying enough attention to see if this was level 1 or level 2. Nice, level 1. So it shouldn't take too long. And then I'll see if I can get away with just like ioning the clone bay. I'm not sure if that'll work out. Then you should be able to drop them down pretty low to at least like 1 crew or something. But yeah, you always want to watch out for ships that are safe that you can get O2 kills against with this ship. It's much easier, generally like early game, when they always have just the 1 shield. Like you can do it eventually with Ion Blast too. These rebel ships always have double manning and stuff. I mean, I guess any ship will have 2 crew doing that. I'm not sure. I guess I just feel like these ships are often hard to kill. The system repair bot and 3 crew. Seen some nasty rebel disruptor sector 1. Oh yeah, you did it on 2 ships so far, right? On the Stealth A and the Crystal B. But I saw you said you're not going to bother doing it on like the ships that are hard. You're just going to try and do it on all the easy ones and give up, right? I don't know how I feel about that. Got to at least like try on the harder ones, yeah. I'm not actually sure I'm the best timing to hit this. Ah, yeah, and it's level 2. That's unfortunate. I mean, I guess I can just see if I can keep this suppressed. Since that's the convenient thing about them being all humans, is that they land in it at the same time. Nice. 22 scrap. That's a bunch of scrap, and this is double rewards. 15 plus resources. Man, that's so much. 37 scrap. Yeah, because that's what Retreat did, right? He did 8K on every ship. You should just go, come on. You gotta show that anyone can do it, right? Because I'm sure, if you can do it, then anyone could do it. Oh, geez, his was consecutive runs? That's nutty. I didn't realize that. Yeah, no, that's like a whole other thing. Crystal B without scanners or buoy. Yeah, I don't even want to think about what that is. Alright, so yeah, we're just doing shields on this ship. Like, as much as I really want to be able to take advantage of a good store, we got some vulnerabilities on this ship, and it also lets us do crew kills on a lot more ships. There's a lot more safe fights you might find. So there's value there for sure. If I knew where a store was or something, I'd delay maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure if he has runs you can watch at this point or not. Um, Thomas might know, or it might even say on Thomas's like post about the win streak records somewhere on the Reddit from just a couple months ago. All right, so we attacked Slaver Scum here. See what drones they have. Is that defense 2? Man, that's a disgusting drone to see in a fight. If this wasn't a safe fight, oh my god. Such a problematic drone. Double rock, Engi. I mean, it's kind of the same thing here. We just need to like... This is a time when... So I'll use a speed hack on this to try and kill this thing, because this is absolutely something I would do that I'd wait out. Because that's like my rule that I try to stick by for using speed hack is like only on things where I would like just let the game run otherwise to try and min-max it. And O2 kills Sector 1 on NGA is something I definitely do because it's a ship I do not trust. And I've done it before for sure. Pretty tedious crew kills. So I might have to wait for this thing to get hit enough times is like a possibility. If it doesn't seem to be working, I can also power this and try and shoot it. Like shoot this with the combat drone. I'm pretty sure Mike had like a video doing that recently. I didn't actually get a chance to watch it yet. And this thing is a pro. It's interesting. Like, I wonder if there's... Oh, it might be the angle. Yeah, because that one... We already got one that went through. Yeah, see, it's like... Because when you auto-fire a weapon, it'll come from the same angle every single time until you retarget it. And the defense drone is, like, better at hitting certain spots than others. So depending on how the angle comes in... See, it's not even about the room now. It's not hitting anything. It's kind of interesting way to look at this. It's like really obvious with the defense drone. But we haven't hit it at all, I don't think. But it's one of those things where it's like it'd be easy, I think, like going to normal speed to just like have this on auto fire and like wait until you get through, and it's when you should probably just be like changing your shot every time, just because you don't know if you've like landed on an angle that won't work. I guess you could also do it a couple times if it's safe, to try and see. But like my thoughts are, if it's hitting shields, that's a better spot where it can actually get through to hit the defense drone in time. Although I don't know if that's true. I mean, part of the problem is also, even if the iron hits it, it doesn't even necessarily kill it. So, oh, so yeah, I hit it there. This is, oh, hey Talala, Ring God. This is Sector 1. A little more than halfway through it, I'd say. But yeah, see, I've seen it get hit a couple times. It blew up there. So this is getting through eventually. I think it's better than wasting a drone part trying to shoot this thing down. Defense 2 is one of those things that just like should not be in Sector 1. It's just so bad for some ships to run it. I mean, it's like you're on, NGB or something. It's such a disgusting thing to run into. I mean, it's really rare to see. There's a chance it's only on ships with like one weapon power, which changes it a little bit. But not fun for like stealth A and stealth C then, I guess. I'm pretty sure I saw it destroyed twice at least, if not 3 times. I have not been paying quite enough attention. Yeah, I think that would be interesting to better like, I kind of, oh, here we go. I think we got through. I kind of want to do some stuff like that at some point. Like I've kind of wanted to anyways, but I'm very like all or nothing with a lot of stuff where it's like every time I think about doing that, I'm like, well, but my streak, like, anyway, I should just like play that instead. So it's like I kind of feel like with FTL and streaming, also because I have like a kind of limited amount of time that I can spend streaming FTL as it is. So I kind of feel like right now I'm still feeling, until my streak concludes itself, if that happens at some point. Nice, it's only level 1 Clone Bay. I'm just gonna like kind of focus on the win streak, but I don't want to just be like, okay, and then it's over, and then I'm just gone, and that's it for me playing FTL or streaming. Like, I don't really want to go that route, so I think that's definitely a possibility. I might get into trying like no pause also, just, I don't know. I can't really guess what I'll do. All right. Mantis is tempting because it's the best like for border defense, which we struggle with a little bit on this ship. But I'm gonna go Rockman because blue options are just better from the Rockman. They have some overlapping with the Engi, but there's just not a whole lot of Mantis ones. And like one of the Mantis ones we have, human also has a blue option, the confused Mantis event. The other ones are like sectors, which are later game, so we're not going to run into them for a while. So we're definitely going to go for the Rockman. And this is nice to get scrap also. So that was a great ship to crew kill. It's funny, so we ran into two ships that could be one shield training ships in a row. So funny how FTL does that. It just kind of stacks up the same things. Oh yeah, you didn't have a 7K. I mean, I don't have any 7K runs ever. My highest run is like a 6,800 or something. Oh hey, Guillotine Girl, thanks for the raid. Welcome to the stream. Pretty early on in the first sector here still, so it's a good time to come in. Just trying to decide how I'm gonna route this sector. Uh-oh. I think my ship is still the Federation's, technically. But it can be yours after we're done with it. Alright, so I got 6 jumps to go before the exit. Alright, go enjoy cooking. Hope something good comes out, and I'll catch you later. Thanks again for the raid. Definitely, and my fellow viewers, make sure to go check out Guillotine Girl. She's another FTL streamer. Always good to support the community. So we get 6 jumps before this exit, so we gotta figure out the best way to use them. Because I might kind of do this like 1-2 so I can get more jumps in before the store. Because ideally I can visit, this store, and then if this one isn't good enough, this store also. But like get scrap before it. We get 30 from selling the augment, so 50 is alright. Really want to get like 80 would be awesome. Because we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then go to the exit, I think is a pretty solid plan. So I'm going to go do that. It was 4,300 until the last one. Yeah, I mean, that happens with FTL. It's like, if you want to learn, if you've got the right mindset for playing FTL, you can learn pretty quickly a ton of info. So this is another crew kill ship. Definitely rejecting their offer. We're not paying all of our scrap. But yeah, we're safe again here. Definitely getting pretty lucky with that. So yeah, it just shoot the O2. They don't even have a clone bay or med bay or anything this time, so it should be pretty easy. Yeah, I suppose I should probably run the speed hack again for this. There's no reason to sit here and watch it. I'm like, yeah, it won't take that long, but I'm a pretty patient person. Not necessarily ideal for like streaming FTL. Good for playing it. Make sure everything's right. I guess I'll throw you in shields because that's like your backup position here. Although, now let me think about this. I might want to put you on engines. I do want to put you on engines because it's nice to have the Engi as a roamer, and engines sucks for getting fires. The venting here is garbage. I mean, shield isn't great either. But the venting in the back of the ship in general is bad, so having the rock just be in it is kind of nice. So it's a good chance to train engines actually with the rock. Here, let me save my positions. So let me get that going first. Yeah, Rockman could be pilot also. It's also not a bad idea. Like I think I kind of prefer him in engines here, but definitely really should train him. Probably start shooting the oxygen soon. If I recall, Ulike is playing hard now, and I think they got through. They did the 28 ships and lost 5 of them, which is better than I did. I did when I got into hard streaking. I did the same kind of thing, and I lost 6. So, you know, they might be on their way to an even bigger win streak here. All right. Yeah, the problem is like people taking over the crewmates. It's on like clone-based ships where you're just going to be venting them constantly. All right, so that's good. Nice 16 scrap. Helps us buy something else at that store. I mean, it's also like we can sell, you know, if there's something really worthwhile and we don't have enough, we can always sell the combat drone or something. If it's something that, you know, replaces that with like the damage. Sell the ion blast too and buy like burst laser and a heavy laser. No, nowhere near enough scrap to do that. Hacking, halberd, a laser too. Wow, you really got some stuff going on here. Man, it's like, I mean, I had no choice but to jump here, but really, it's like we don't have quite enough scrap for most stuff. We can buy the halberd. We buy the halberd. Because I could sell that. I could sell this and that and buy the hull laser or something. I'm definitely selling that. You know, because it's like, if I had 10 more scrap, I'd buy mind control probably, or 15 more by hacking. I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily true, though. It's like you really want a weapon that does damage. And the thing with the halberd beam is we can totally use it for a little while instead of the ion blast, like some fights, and like use the combat drone to pop a shield, and then, you know, halberd beam. And then against 2 shields even, you can kind of do that some. It's not ideal. Unless you get hacking in that time also. But if you want to like run both of them, it just takes so much scrap. You know, like even if we saved all of our scrap to upgrade, it might not be until like partway through Sector 3 to get the Weapon 6 online. Yeah, man, this ship is, that's probably the ship. It's just like so awkward. Because it's, I want to be like, oh, I want to sell the combat drone and buy hacking or something, but that just does not work with the ion blast as a weapon. I mean, I could sell it and buy the hull laser. It's like, I'm kind of tempted to do that a little bit. It's one of those things where it's like, it's really how I want to play, but I feel like it's a mistake. It's just like, it's too slow. It'll suck against 2 shields even more than like doing the ion blast and stuff. But yeah, I think I have to buy the halberd here. It's just too good of a buy. And, you know, there's a chance even like we'll sell the ion in the combat and buy hacking in Sector 2 or something. So we're not going to go to this store, obviously. I've played Captain's Edition a tiny bit, like 6 years ago or something. And I didn't say I had a great time. It's very unbalanced. Like, it was interesting, but it definitely didn't grab me the way FTL grabbed me. But that was, you know, a long time ago. I know mods have come a long way since then. Yeah, I mean, what I've heard mostly, and my experience also, isn't necessarily that it's harder or easier. It's just that it's much more dependent on RNG, and so there's more ways to just die without any way that you can do anything about it. So it's like that's not necessarily harder in my mind when it's just when there's like no way to beat it sometimes. Aid the civilian ship. So this is potential double rewards, and another safe fight. Um, I'm not actually sure if the rewards change for a crew kill here. I might check that real quick. No, this you do. I think it's the one with the Federation ship being chased or whatever. I think that one is the same rewards for crew killing or not. Alright, crew killing away. Alright, so that was pretty good. Contact the civilian ship. Alright. Yeah, I mean, the things it's like the missile drones and stuff and the cloaked missiles. I feel like I've heard there's some sectors that are just like AI sectors or whatever where there's just tons of hazards that cause hull damage that you can't avoid, and things that are just like you can just have a lot of hull damage events or crew loss events that are kind of forced. Definitely want the distress, so I'll just do this one too. I think is good. Hail them. Hey, it's a fight. And it's a fight that's not safe. It's like only our second one of these. Our first fight, which was scary, but ended up being fine. I guess I should use the combat drone here. We haven't really been using it, so we're pretty safe to do it. Also, we only need 1 shield bubble because that thing doesn't care about shields. So at first, we just kind of shoot as fast as we can with both, trying to get the shield down. Awesome. That's great, actually, in some ways. I mean, not really. Waste the drone part, but... whiff. I'm not sure which weapon that would take down. Double whiff. Come on. Artemis. Not dodging it. Right to shields. Ah, you're too slow. Not a bad shot, though. Sensors. Artemis is such a gross weapon, Sector 1. Like, the 2 damage, that just gets you when you don't get lucky dodges. Because that's what dodges are, especially Sector 1. This is good timing. Alright, thank you. Finally. Try and get some more hull damage on them now. Got their oxygen. Like, I'm not going to try to do some kind of tricky crew kill here unless I find out there's like a ton of fires on their ship or something. Yeah. The missile is just too dangerous. Yeah, they're going to hit me with it again already. Being a little lazy with the amount I'm microing here. I'm getting really good dodges too. Like, I guess there's a chance maybe running a halberd would have been better once he got the Zoltan shield down. Not really sure. Just 1 more damage at least. Thank you. Okay. 6 damage, not terrible. I mean, not great, but... Refugee ship? Alright, double rewards. Glad they stuck around at least. So what ship should you run? First score. Let's see, did Crystal B and Stealth A? I mean, Stealth C has scanners. Scanners is what's most important, right? Otherwise, I mean, you know, I feel like Mantis B, Mantis C are huge score ships. They're good ones. Could always go like, you know, Rock C, go for Crystal Homeworld's luck. So I'm just going to float this scrap until I get to a store Sector 2. Right now is my plan at least. Hail them. 4 missiles for 9 fuel. We have no way to use missiles right now, although they you know, they have uses. But 9 fuel is a lot of fuel. 31 might seem crazy, but it means, okay, we don't need to buy fuel for a long time. And at any of those events where you can like give away fuel for a reward, we can just like freely give it away for a while. There's totally a chance by like Sector 3, all of a sudden we'll be at like 10 fuel if we don't get any. Alright, we didn't have enough to do this anyways, but we still have enough to do this. And there's our hull repaired. Ugh, gross. Gross, gross. Look at this. So these are both Uncharted, because you don't get Slug until Sector 4. And Uncharted are the worst sectors in the game for, like, just in general, for scrap, for stores. They're just bad. So no matter what, I'm getting at least 1. So it's, do I want to go there first and then have a Sector 3 that's not in Uncharted? Or do I want to go like there and then have a... It's like my hang-up is also Rebel Controlled is not great. They're good for scrap, but they're also 1 to 2 stores. And they're pretty dangerous, Sector 2, I find. And then it's like, you know, this isn't a bad one to have an option. Either of these are fine. We have a good option for sectors, and either path can be good. But it's like, do I want my Uncharted now or later? I kind of feel like I want my Uncharted later. So I'm also imagining, like, if this is a rebel or something, I don't want to have like a bad Uncharted and then need to catch up in Sector 3 in a more dangerous sector. Like, I'd rather have a better Sector 2 and then Sector 3 like falls off some where I can maybe catch up in a Sector 4 with better stores or something. Um, there's a chance I like get one store right in the beginning, don't have stuff, can't get anything great, and then take a ton of damage and I'm like limping through Sector 3 looking for a store. But I think it's better to go to Rebel here first. Sector 2 is really important for stores. Because Sector 1 and Sector 2 are very similar in enemy danger overall. There's a few, changes and depends on the sector type. But like in general, the enemies are kind of the same power budget in Sector 1 and 2 and the rewards are the same. And Sector 3 steps that up a lot. And so it's like you really need to prepare for that. So Sector 2, when you're able to like save up a little more scrap and can buy something, it's like really important that you can take advantage of stores. It's a good layout though. Pretty well connected beacons. So we should be able to find the store definitely. Not anyone where it's like we might not even see it. Alright, so early in the run, but I gotta take a break for just a minute here. Refresh my drink and stuff. And then we'll get back into it. So I'm gonna put that up and I'll be back in just a minute. All right. Thanks for bearing with me there. I'm a little slow tonight, but I've definitely had a lot going on lately, and I figured it's better to do stream a little bit slow than just like not stream another night. Slow for me. Oh, we got a posture check. That's always a good thing to be doing for sure. Thank you, Char Dr. Murr. Ooh, cracked my neck there. Alright. I don't care too much about chasing the nebulas just because I'm so focused on going through the stars, but there's a good chance we'll like hit those two up or something. Alright. We're pretty safe from their weapons, but nice, we don't need to use a drone part because we've got the halberd beam. They don't have shields. Halberd, kind of boring weapon for sure, but such a good weapon on a 3-slot ship. I mean, such a good weapon on any ship, but really, really good on a 3-slot ship. Alright, another auto ship. Safe from their weapons, it looks like. And it's not running, so that's good. So yeah, we can just do... Man, another shieldless one too. Got cloaking at least. One swipe and done. Alright. Stress. Rock crew member. Alright, we get a free augment for this. Scrap recovery arm. Alright, and 21 scrap. So that's something that, like, you know, people ask about scrap recovery arm a lot. I would never buy one on, you know, doing hard win streaks. But I'll totally, like, try to hold on to it. You know, doesn't mean I'll be able to. Like, if I can buy something important, if I sell it, I'll do that, you know, pretty quickly. So let's see, I get 8 jumps before the exit here. Just trying to plan this out. Yeah, we've got some options. Maybe this should make sure can I get 7 in before this one here? It's tight, but probably. Alright, so we can go this way. So yeah, I'm going to continue to just try and flow all my scrap in anticipation of a store. Alright, so this is demand to surrender their goods. And ideally, this is a ship that is great to crew kill. Not that likely we'll do that. I'm trying to think. If they don't have... Well, yeah, maybe I'll run the combat and the halberd and just have the combat hit the shields before the halberd swipe. Because, yeah, it's like I'm not going to be able to get a crew kill with this setup. Like, I can't just sit in oxygen and shoot their oxygen when they're running. Ooh, repair bot, too. Yeah. Now, I may have put him too far. I always forget how this works, because I think it might fire really fast since it takes this so long to charge up. So like it may have been better to leave him here and like toggle it just a little before the halberd to dodge the shot and then have him take the shot. But we'll see. I mean, I think the halberd, yeah, it should one-shot them, right? Yeah, so once you get their shield, you know, down. So it's okay if we have to like let it do a second go, probably. Oh, they don't run that quickly. And we have the weapons training on the halberd also. I find the halberd boring because I find beams in general other than like the bio beam and the mini beam boring, because they're just very set plans. Like I'm just going to do this much damage, and usually you're not doing crew kills then either, which I find to be like pretty interesting. And it's just like, okay, I'm just going to do this and then it's dead over and over again, versus like, you know, lasers, you can do crew kills with them, you get chances of fire and stuff. Alright. So you can actually just do it right from drone control, so this thing probably won't fire in time then, right? Oh, nope, it does. Not that it really matters, but, you know, he helped us out, save him. Alright. 14 scrap, and a map. That's super helpful. Actually, very helpful. So, like, this jump is garbage. Sun with no ship is always just borders and no scrap. EM, asteroid field, that's fun. That connects, that's nice. Alright, so I gotta figure out my optimal jump plan here now. So we had 7 jumps before the exit. I can get 5 before the store. It's a little tight, I think. That should be fine though. Alright. It's always so tricky, like planning out optimal sector jumping. It's really this one. It's just like, you know, there's a chance I'll just like be slightly more suboptimal, I guess. Well, actually, no, I can do that and then the store, I think, right? No, because I can only get 3 jumps in before this one anyway. So it's like either I gotta take that anyways, or I just gotta take one less jump before the store. So it's like I'll just take one less jump before the store and then do these 2 and then exit. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is just 4 because this is gonna count as 1. That's 5, 6, 7, exit. Alright. We should still have tons of scrap for the store. Oh, you're up to 16 already. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's like once you can do one cycle, you can do multiple cycles. It just depends, like, on, you know, a couple of things. I think mental game is definitely a huge part of it at that point. And, you know, definitely there's some RNG factor and just, like, how many really bad runs you get. But that, I mean, that is the one thing too, is, you know, the larger the sample size, the more and more guaranteed it is that you're going to have, like, nastier and nastier runs. But still, it's like most of the time you can get through them if you play right. So that's going to go to doors. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably just do the combat drone thing again with the halberd. I'm not sure if that's actually optimal. I mean, it takes the miss offline for sure. We're going to be like... I guess there's a chance I could have... if I ran this differently, I could have just done the ion combat and maybe taken no damage. But, I don't know. Just a Lido, that's nice. Are you smart? Do you go the long way? Yeah, I thought so. I timed you. Oh, no. You're just moving into position still. Alright. You can just run now and try and get through 2 shields on your own. So you can do it. Not this time, though. Alright, 15 scrap. Yeah, Mantis Sea. I like Mantis Sea a lot. It's a very fun spot. It's the ship that got me addicted to win streaking and like not restarting in games, because it was like the first really bad run I had. You know, just a couple runs into trying it out, and it was like terrible off the bat. And I went down to 3 hull, a couple jumps in, and I just like wanted to restart and was like frustrated. But I was like, whatever. I'm supposed to just like play through it, and then I ended up winning the run, and it was like, okay, well. That was like pretty awesome feeling. Now I want to chase that feeling. And then it's like Mantis Sea because it's, you know, the 4-man teleporter with a clone bay and then no extra system, so you can still get hacking cloaking. Attempt to follow, help them. Graphene, alright, got another human. Not bad. You can just throw them into shields. Alright, so what was my plan here again? We can get... Yeah, I can only get 2 in before this, so yeah, I'll just take this jump and then this one. Doesn't necessarily matter that it shows as empty, doesn't mean it's empty. Well, exactly, get a free... Shield overcharger, that's awesome. Almost certainly going to sell it, but... Yeah, you like this name. You definitely get the... If you're going to learn from me and not, like, change the play style, you're going to get low scores for sure. Attempt to download the ship's data stores. Hey, more map data. Not really helpful, but free scrap is free scrap. Compulsively check that everything connects. I'm not like going into a trap here. Alright, another mostly safe fight. This one's running. It's like, I still feel kind of okay just using the combat drones to make sure these fights end. Because it's like if they have level, you know, if they have a shield buffer and level 2 piloting, it's like this won't stop. If I swipe them, it's not going to stop them running. And I don't know if I have time for 2 swipes. All right. And it's like ideally we're not going to be relying on drones and switch to like just using them for hacking for the most part, but you can't like bet on that. Definitely selling this. Not a great store. It's like I probably won't buy cloaking this run if I can avoid it. I'm going to try to go mind control hacking. Probably buy the battery. Probably buy the battery and the ion blast, because this lets me transition to doing this plus the halberd and then like the combat drone if I want. And it's like that's 4 weapon power instead of 6, which is, you know, the fourth is 35 scrap, and then the next 2 cost 125 together. And this is like only spending 65 scrap is not that much. Don't need repairs, don't need fuel, obviously. We can keep the scrap recovery arm that way. So I'm going to hold on to this still. And when I go up to 4 weapon power, I can also double ion if I want to do that for some reason. if I get another weapon or something. So let me check. Yeah, I definitely get a jump and then I can do the asteroid field. Which I don't love doing, but, you know, it is what it is. Zoltan A. Yeah, Zoltan A scares me. Although I haven't lost on it. Just been traumatized by it. But I understand putting, I mean, it's a really good ship. I feel like NGC's got to be there. NGC is just so stupid good. More and more, I think it's the best one. Yeah, I think that's it for this store. I keep thinking about this hull laser for some reason, but I'm not even sure how I'd use it. Like, it's a terrible pairing with the halberd and stuff without hacking. Yeah, Crystal B is a very good ship as well. Another one where it's like it has more ways that it goes bad, but it doesn't necessarily lose. It can deal with those very well. Alright, so this is a crew kill ship, right? They're not running or anything. I went up to 4 weapon power to do this really fast with a double ion. But I'm not going to do that until I jump to the next sector and see if there's a store first jump. Because that could change, you know, how I want to spend my scrap for sure. Yeah, like, I'm not sure I put Slug C over, like, Kestrel B or Zoltan B, because as much as it's one of my favorite ships for sure, my issue with the Slug C is Zoltan shields, Sector 1, can really just ruin it. And it's like, yeah, well, they can be bad for any ship, but they can, like, you know, really they lose all their system advantages against it. And the chain laser is a terrible weapon on its own against it. So I think there are a few more bad fights because of that. Also, like, if your weapon gets hacked, but that's usually, I mean, if they don't have a Zoltan shield, it doesn't matter because you can hack them. But I also think it's just because I know, I think Rakagak was the one who lost, like, one of his first jumps on Slug C from a Zoltan shield ship that just, like, destroyed him on its own. Well, he plays no pause, so maybe that was it. Alright, just being slow with the speed hack here. But I don't want to not think of it as highly. But also, I do think, like, Kestrel B deserves to be up there on yours. It's so good. And Zoltan B. But I'm an outlier on Zoltan B. I know that. We can just turn it off. We can get it this way from here, I think. Yeah, Crystal A is good for sure. I mean, it's hard for me. How I can see it is there's 14 ships, so half the ships I find that are clearly, like, can deal with a decent amount of bad RNG and get by pretty well. And then there's 14 ships that, to varying degrees, like, struggle dealing with bad RNG the same way. And I can name those off real quick if you want. Let's see. It's also, I should get it linked to my profile. I have a tier list I put on, like, Reddit and stuff. You can just go by that because it's kind of split that way. But I find, let's see, it's a Kestrel A, Kestrel B, NGC, Zoltan A, Zoltan B, Mantis A, Slug A, Slug C, Rock C, Stealth A, and then both Lania ships, both Crystal ships. All those ships can, like, deal with a decent amount of bad RNG. They have tools to deal with, like, Sector 3 generally. If they, like, have everything go wrong before then, there's not many situations that just, like, kill them outright, Sector 1 relative to some other ships. And then all the other ships have either some, like, critical weakness that can happen, or they can like really struggle. You know, I think like Kestrel C is one of the closest to like being a little better on the line, maybe. Mantis C, but like they struggle Sector 1 also, you know. Hey Zeech. Yeah, thank you. Streak is still alive. I mean, it helps that I haven't really played very much at all. So that's a great way to keep it alive, is just not play it. But I want to keep it, you know, alive and thriving, not, you know, I guess it's kind of dead if it's just never played. Not loving this asteroid field, but I knew it was coming. All right, they don't have shields. I gotta like this asteroid field now. Also, their weapons really aren't that bad. Yeah, I think Kestrel C is kind of interesting too. I've put Kestrel, like, I've had some pretty bad Kestrel C runs. I've had Kestrel C runs that I think possibly were saved by buying a reloader early on. But that's another thing. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's funny because there's things about that are nicer than the other Kestrel ships because it's like it has. I'm not gonna even get to like fire this before they're dead. Oh, nice dodge on that. You know, it has a clone bay and a crew that's not a human. It's like those things are both nice. Swag sensors, but then just the 2 weapon power and they're like decent. You know, dual lasers is awesome. But just like nothing besides dual lasers and ion stunner in like Sector 3 just starts to really struggle. Yeah, I love Slug A also. And I've gone through some pretty bad runs on it. I really want to get... I haven't had Slug A. I don't think I've actually had it in my streak. I streamed it when I was first starting to stream. I did a Slug A and a Slug C run for fun to like get into the flow of it. And so I had like no one watch it, and I played Slug A and I made tons of mistakes because I was like not used to streaming or playing on the PC at that point. But I really want to play it because I think at the point in my streak when I started streaming, I had already done it in my 3rd cycle, and I still have it left in my 4th cycle here. So I have Slug C left also, and Stealth C, which is exciting. Yeah, Breach Bomb 1 I feel like is a really just like interesting weapon. So Uncharted Nebulas, they have 1 Nebula store guaranteed, so there's 1 store somewhere in here, and 0 to 1 non-Nebula store, so either here or one of these 2. So I definitely want to like go this way. But even before I take this jump, it's like I'm gonna spend some scrap here. Another one in Sector 3. I have battery, so I probably don't need to buy power. I gotta do that. Definitely have to do that. The chance of non-Nebula store, I'm not actually sure. I'm not like, I don't know how that distribution works in any of the sectors, like ones where it's 1 to 2. I always like kind of feel like it's 50-50-ish, and it seems to be like not terribly far off from that. But you know, that's just a guess, and it's like you don't always know when they have one or not if you don't get a map anyway. Sometimes you just can't find it depending on like the layout. And I kind of want like, this is like kind of enough. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need for this sector. I feel like engines would be the next thing probably. If I have to run. I think I can do this for now. I mean, I could just go up to 6 weapon power. Run the Ion Blast 2 and the Halberd together. It's pretty nasty. I mean, there's a chance I'll do something like that pretty soon, honestly. This one doesn't matter. We'll send the Engi crew. Nah, send the Rock. You know, the Engis want to be lazy as their ship originally. It's the same reward either way. It's not a store. Oh, you've hit 10. That's awesome. 10 is a great milestone for sure. That was my one of my original goals. Like I set goals for myself when I wanted to try out like tracking my stats and streaking or whatever. And I wanted to get a 10 streak by the time I did 100 runs. Um, but I ended up having to like revise my goals upwards a number of times. I mean, that's not true. Not everyone does the streaks in a random order. So I wouldn't like disqualify, like the validity of it because of that. Yeah, I don't know if it's actually worth going to these beacons, and I mean, I guess I'll check it out. Yeah. Well, no, my original, I wanted like 75%, I think was my original goal. And you should fire drone. I mean, that's something. That gets crew kills. You start out with 3 drone power in the ship also, which is interesting. They give you a buffer for the combat drone. Um, but yeah, and I wanted a 10 streak and I wanted to win on every ship. And well, the one thing I didn't do, I didn't win on every ship because I only got Fed A twice. And they were both very, at the very beginning, and I lost both of them. So my first Fed A hard win was actually the first cycle of this win streak, which was around 104 runs tracked or whatever. But yeah, like WQQZ did his win streak not in a random order. And Thomas, I know, did his win streak not in a random order either, at least not entirely. When he set the record at 80, which stood for a number of years. Um, we definitely attacked the ship. Alright, so they got something coming over here. 2 shields. Yeah, I gotta like reset. I'm like, okay, now we're against like 2 shield ships and, ships that do stuff sometimes. Was it just a regular boarding drone or was it a ion? I think it was a regular boarding drone. Not that big a deal. Yeah. Obnoxious. But yeah, alright, everyone just go party there. Go kill it because their weapons can't hurt us otherwise. Which makes me feel like, oh well, what I should really do then, I should be crew killing them. And just like repeatedly killing their drones, which is obnoxious, but there's definitely value in doing this. We don't need engines at all either, so we can cycle people in and out of the med bay pretty quick. Alright. And they don't have a med bay or clone bay, so that's good. Man, a lot of misses. Hopefully we'll like shoot this with the ion some also, which will cause them to see, it's at least level 2. Run out drone pads faster. Alright, level 2, that's not so bad. Alright, not you. Alright, this is a little more obnoxious because it's the 2 spot room, but it's not an important room at least. Things like this are where it's kind of nice that outside of abandoned sectors, ships won't have Lanius crew. Because, it's like a pirate ship, so they usually have a pretty mixed crew. And it's one of those situations where it's like, you could sit here and not, in a nebula, and not know, like, if you're getting a crew kill or not, like, if their oxygen got low enough. And just, like, never get it because they have a Lanius and you don't realize it. Piloting, gross. But we've been getting lucky with like safe fights for sure. Well, it keeps being these fights where they wouldn't be safe if they had offensive drones, but they keep having drones that like aren't problematic. I feel like their oxygen should be getting pretty low. These have been getting through their shields decently effectively, it seems. Because it's like still suppressed here. We got through their shields again. I should probably like shoot their shields a little bit in between, would be like a little more optimal. Blow up, blow up. Nice. Although it might not matter at this point, honestly. Yeah, I think they might be out of drone parts. That's good. Everyone's healed up except the weapons person, because they're not allowed to leave their post when we're doing this. Hey, Panhomo, the good ship be close. It's probably more accurate than what my title is here. Is a real sloppy one that I came up with on the fly. So it's the Oasis. So I don't know if it's actually accurate to that title. Slug B. I know I played that. I got Slug B early on in this streak, I believe. One of the first ships. I got so many bad ships right at the beginning of the 4th cycle, you know, which made sense because it's like as I was approaching the world record. I can do a hack here, speed hack, cheat engine, whatever. Since we made the fight safe now and killed all the drones. Yeah, like I feel like going... Oh, we were like there already. That's what I get for being impatient all of a sudden. 31 scrap. Alright, so that was worthwhile, just punching those drones repeatedly. Glad that paid off. Yeah, I mean, Slug B... I mean, the thing that makes it bad is that it's difficult. Like, I find... I struggled for a long time, too. I think a lot of people do. Doing boarding when you don't have an advantage. So if you don't have hacking and like, you know, it has the Artemis, but even that can be hard to rely on, you know, when they have better crew than you. And it's just like tough to learn how to board. I found like just learning to be okay, just like running your crew all around and just trying to get like a better setup, because it's like it confuses their crew and they'll do weird things sometimes. Found that helps out. But I mean, Slug B can also be really bad. I posted forever ago on the Discord. I think it was one of the first things I posted. Just like Slug B killer that I ran into Sector 1. It started, I had 2 boarders on my ship from the event. So I had like a Mantis and a Rock. And then they had 3 Engi crew with doors, double heavy laser when I only had 1 shield, and a defense drone. And a med bay. So I couldn't run around their ship because of the doors. I couldn't shoot their ship with a missile because of the defense drone. Double heavy lasers, just like disgusting weapon setup. And it just like almost completely killed me before I ran away and ran into another ship and died to it. Or whatever. Something like that. But anyway, so they got a missile, which I don't love. And they're going to be boarding us. But we only need 1 power in our shields because we just have the ion. So I am going to run this as well. Alright, just 1 border, that's good. I think the best time. So I think ideally what we do is we fire this, we delay a little bit, So if it hits, it's in plenty of time for this thing, you know, for the other weapons to do their thing. If it misses, it doesn't delay it very much. So just a Lido at least, that's good. Battery, alright, that's fine. I've been like forgetting I even have the battery most of the time. Miss, that's, you know, kind of what I figured. Yeah, so just do the ion again. And do the combat drone. Then we decide what we want to do for a swipe. I guess we want to do this. It's like nice hitting shields, because this drops them down to 1. But doesn't actually kill them. So like, it might be, since I used the drone part already, and since this is firing, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I think this is actually a better bet. Medbay, alright, that's fine. Because this lets me like do damage to them with just the ion blast and the combat drone. Okay. 20 scrap. Oh, wow, a raid. I was not paying enough attention here, apparently. Whiskey. Thank you for the raid, Whiskey to Cat. Raid of 9. Awesome. Welcome, everyone. King, JLab, Inverted. Great to see you here. We got a Sector 3 going on, NGA. And it's doing pretty well so far. Bought a halberd, so that's awesome. We got a store coming up, too, which is why we have so much scrap. Oh yeah, I'm sure there's, you know, disputes about the definitions of oasis. I was like reading all about the definitions of wetlands before, which are like highly contentious. All right, so I think I want to do one more jump before this store. Yeah. Yeah, most of the you know, geographical things. It's like they have such fuzzy lines. All right, so we attack the pirate. Another missile ship. 2 shields. I think we just do the same kind of thing. The ion blast and the combat drone. No boarding this time, so that's nice. I want you to go somewhere I can see when you're gonna like actually fire. Feeling this is going to be a Artemis this time now. I didn't actually see what it was. I wasn't paying enough attention. You know, I was like staring at it. Yeah, Artemis. So that's not so fun. Late firing the ion blast also. I'm not going to dodge those, but that doesn't matter because we don't need to. Let's see if this hits. Nope. Hey, we got a dodge. Nice. So I think this should hopefully take their Artemis offline because it just fired, so it should have lower charge. but I don't know how it works with the charge lasers always. Trying to run. Yeah, see, they swapped it around. Come on. At least they're delayed. This is going into weapons. That's kind of problematic. Or no, it's going into this room. That's good. To say weapons is a problem because gotta need the halberd going. No, that's not a good enough surrender. 26 scrap. Alright. Oh, I have a fire. Where's the fire? It's gotta be here. Alright. I can see there's some intense bodies of water discussions going on here. I gotta, not get too sucked into that if I want to keep this run going. Yeah, the Black Sea is one of the ones that's interesting because like the wrecks there are really well preserved because it's like a low oxygen environment. Oh yeah, you're playing. How did I know? You're playing Psych C now. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool ship. We'll probably take that Ion Storm fight. Hacking. Definitely buying hacking. Drone recovery arm. Yeah, Psych C is just such a cool ship. I feel like a lot of people have it as one of their favorite ships. I saw this fire drone too. Gotta forget about that. Yeah, it's like, I'm always so worried about buying that because I'm like, well, it's gonna make me use drones more, and I don't want to like be relying on drones. This is the only store this sector. Cloaking is a consideration, because we're gonna get less and less value out of mind control over time. But right now, I'm still more concerned about my offense is like not quite where I want it to be yet. I mean, hacking helps that out a lot. Right now, I'm thinking doing this more than anything and putting weapons up to 6 and just running the Ion Blast 2 and the Halberd. And like go up to 7 weapons next sector. But I don't know if that's really ideal. It's like I'm considering the drone recovery arm also. Because being able to just like hit the combat drone every fight is helpful. And you can combine that with hacking and stuff and do things. With a scrap recovery arm. Yeah, it's like I'm not quite ready to buy hacking. I mean, not hacking. Clone Bay. Clone Bay. Cloaking. I'm not quite ready to buy cloaking. You don't like just 2 engines? Yeah, I mean, I'll probably go up to 3 engines soon. I'm less concerned now that I have hacking. Yeah, I'm definitely not quite ready to say cloaking. I mean, it's like hacking 2 is also an option. I don't think I really want to go up to 6 weapon power quite yet. It's like that's not a strong enough weapon setup for me to like want to chase after that. Buy the drone recovery arm. Not something I usually do. I'll probably sell this soon. I don't know. Using fire drone every fight. I mean, I've used fire drone a lot before, not by choice, by necessity, but I'll do it again. It's like, I don't love spending tons of scrap mid-sector, but I don't trust this sector at all either. Definitely don't need crew. If I know I'm not going to get another sort of sector. Hey, Ray. Catching us partway through Sector 3 here, Uncharted. Man, do I chase that? Do I buy the, whatever, piloting for once and chase those? I might do that. What's my power at? Definitely gotta go up to 11 power if I do that. Got the battery. Hey, Thomas. Yeah, so that's something you won't see me do often. Very rarely do I don't recommend this. I don't buy piloting upgrades until late game, if at all, and I definitely don't usually buy them chasing blue options. But usually I avoid Uncharted Nebula sectors as much as possible. I have a map already for this. I have a bunch of scrap for where I am at this run. Like, it's been a very high scrap run so far, and we got the scrap recovery on for free, so I can kind of like be a little wasteful. And if I don't, I'm gonna risk crew. I don't want to risk my crew if I don't have to right now. So I might just, and it's like these are all empty jumps because we have a map. So it's like Uncharted Nebulas are just so bad. So I might as well chase these where there's a better chance of finding something. Oh, DM save warnings. That sucks. That's the worst. Alright, so we're good. We have the recovery arm. I'm going to hold on to the fire because I don't need to spend that scrap yet. Alright, so I have 11 weapon power, which means in the Iron Storm I'll go down to 6. Which is that. And then we have battery. So I can run hacking, I can run battery. You know, if I do a battery, I can like move stuff and have my shields and still have weapons going. So I think that's good. Alright, so Rock Crew member, I'm pretty sure that's just high scrap, which is totally worth it in this kind of fight. But I gotta double check it because it's been a while since I've seen that one. Yeah, it's high scrap, otherwise default rewards. It's like, yeah, no, we don't need to chase that fight with a missile and low power. So we just get high scrap for no risk. Definitely a good one. I do want to kind of see how many jumps I got left this sector. We've got about 6, maybe 7 if they're all Nebula. So probably just like do these 3 and then those 2 and then that. And that'll cover all my jumps. Do those 6. I mean, you know, repugnant, whatever. They're just scared. I can understand that. Missile, double drones. Really just the missile, though. It's kind of interesting. Trying to think about what I want to hack here, if I want to hack something. Like, if I hack weapons, I don't know, do I have enough time? I feel like this is still going to fire, but I can check it out. Let's get you lined up real quick. I think I'd be okay not microing my power at this point. Look at that. I was like, that's going to be a little close to hitting them, isn't it? Don't do anything crazy here, drone. I see you trying to do the double shield thing. Got my eye on you. Miss. Yeah, so, because we could have gone in on time. If that didn't miss, we definitely could have taken this out. Luckily, it's just a lead out. The ship actually isn't so bad. Because we're like okay against these drones. Actually, now I messed this up. I realized because it's just one weapon power. So if I did this in time, I could have interrupted it with just hitting it for 1 damage. But yeah, it's too late now. But that's okay. And it missed anyways. Hey, we dodged it. Awesome. Well, fortunate luck. Double flak, double heavy setup again. Yeah, that's a solid one. Man, this thing has dodged every single shot I've had at it so far. Well, there's one. I'll take it. Take the weapons offline. Drop their evasion. Just gonna like let these things auto fire for now. Maybe we'll get lucky and get the shot through. Alright, that should be it. Okay, not so bad. Yeah, we took like 1 damage there or something, I think. Heavy laser, yeah, I mean, I think it's really up there for me. It's such a fun weapon. It's definitely one of the weapons I most want to find Sector 1. Even if it's not necessarily always the best one to find, it's just like the one I want. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to do those nebulas. Go down to 6 power. Can't believe I bought piloting. Better get value out of it. Prepare to fight. Alright, so they got cloaking. Ooh, and a burst laser 3. That's an impressive volley there. But they have no shields, like, no matter what they do. Which means, what am I going to do here? I have a drone recovery arm. I hack their weapons. That'll just kill them. GG's. You're a pretty bad ship. It's a barrage, Naval. You're right. It's a barrage. An impressive barrage. What do we got? Piloting, alright, here's the thing where I bought the blue option. Oh, look at that. Double fire drone. Such value. Whatever, I'll take it. I'm sure there's a burst laser 2 there if I was willing to sacrifice a crew member. But at least I didn't get the option where you get nothing. That's the worst. So definitely going to sell one of those. I'm not going to run double fire drone. So let me just make sure I'm not going to waste a jump if I can avoid it. Yeah, we just take this one in the distress. You can be out of this wretched nebula. Ugh, Uncharted. So bad. So so not a slug nebula. I love slug nebulas. Alright, what is this ship? Drone control and a missile. Defense 2. Don't love the defense 2. It's not the worst in the world. For the missile, that's gonna make me like not do something else. This does cause me problems with shields. Trying to think about. Just trying to think about what I want to hack. Because it feels greedy kind of going for the weapons hack. But maybe it's not. And it's like that is contingent on me getting through both their shields then. Yeah, I'm gonna do a shields hack. So what I want to do, shoot this. For a moment. That was a miss. Alright, that's fun. That's not a miss. Not so bad though. Really, shields is like the best thing, because I don't actually even need to have that powered, I realize. So I think this shot the ion and the combat drone missed is what happened there. So just try again, I guess. Because I want to get one hit through. But if it doesn't happen, then I'm just hacking their shields. And hoping to get a double if possible. Another miss. Jeez. Alright. Hey, a dodge. Awesome luck. Okay, good. Combat got it this time. Should care more about hitting the defense drone offline than I do shields. Northern, please. Good job. I did just shoot that combat drone. Gotta love it. Oh, there we go. Hey, a burst laser. That's awesome. That's such a good weapon to find. Definitely gonna want to get that online. Hydrate, stretch. Oh man, I'm so bad with chat tonight. I'm sorry. That's what I get for not streaming for like a week. Alright, thank you, Whiskey, for hydrate and stretch, and also Rhino for hydrate. I'm gonna do all that. I should, I know, I gotta come up with some, like, channel rewards that are, you know, more exciting things to say for
Yeah, no, I'm hydrating and stretching. I know, Neocam. Uh,
It's like 2 weeks ago, I was so like, okay, I'm gonna like invest this time and get the stream set up better and the cam and everything, and I was like talking about it, and then like my kid went back to daycare, and we've been eternally like sick for 2 weeks, 3 weeks now, and like overworked, and I just like haven't done anything extra, and I've streamed like not very much. But Neocam is definitely still planned to happen. I've got most of the stuff to have it set up. I just gotta like figure it out exactly. But in the imminent future, that should be happening. Um, what is this setup? These double fire drones. This is ridiculous. 5K channel points for hot tub. Unfortunately, I do not have a hot tub. I think we do like this with it. It's like kind of awkward. I'm kind of like, maybe I just don't even use the burst laser quite yet until like next sector. I think we do that at least, see if there's a store right away, and then I can spend scrap. He'll offer them assistance. Try to shield their ship with yours. 4 hull damage. For 13 scrap. Not the best trade. I mean, it's alright. Yeah, we do have a kiddie pool. That's true. And then, you know, if you're a cat person, I've got a pretty awesome cat that is like super fluffy and friendly. Yeah, I mean, I don't go, you know, that's like a one toddler kiddie pool, and I'm not going in that. But then also I've been covered in his like pee and stuff plenty of times, so not really that different. But yeah, cat cam, she's pretty awesome. She has fluff between her toes, and like will totally chill on her back and just like roll around pretty silly. Used to play fetch more when she was a kitten. Not as much anymore. Man, what is this big like hole in the middle of my sector? What is this nonsense? I mean, I guess I go this way because there's more beacons. Maybe I could catch these. Late exit at least. Yeah, see, I know the cat's what's gonna be motivating the most, and also my wife was talking about. She's like, oh, you should do a stream where like you you know, I try to play, or she tries to play, and I try to teach her. And I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for doing that on stream. That's gonna be, but I'm sure it'd be entertaining, good entertainment value. But yeah, so let me know what you think about these things. I'm gonna go grab some more water now that I've hydrated um, before we do this sector. And then it's probably gonna be my last sector because it's getting late and I'm taking a long time. But I'm definitely gonna do all of it. So just the last break then before the end. So let me be back in about 2 minutes here. Oh, sorry, Mister. Your goodbye whiskey. Thanks again for the raid. Hope you have a good evening. Um, yeah, everyone who is in video games as partners in video games all. She's not. I wouldn't say she's not into video games at all. She's definitely not like a gamer. Um, but like she's not against video games and plays some, somewhat. She's hardcore into Yoshi's Island back way back when, but we play some games together for sure. But like I with some of my best friends, um, they're both super into video games, and are a couple. So that definitely exists too. It depends what you're over. A lot of my and my partners overlap sly in our like tastes in general and art and a lot of those kinds of things. So you have things that overlap, things that don't is a good balance, I think. Um, but yeah, like I have no idea how it would actually go. It'd be pretty. I'm sure it'd be interesting. Definitely like a goal kind of thing we could set up with a cam or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, like my friend, I have like my one of my good friends. They, they're really into video games too. But we play like entirely different games. We are always trying to like find a game to play together, and we just have like entirely different tastes in games. It's pretty funny. I mean, they play a lot of shooter games, and they do a lot of combat, like Mortal Kombat kind of stuff. I think Street Fighter is the one they're into, or Tekken. They were like really hardcore into for a while. And then they have a D&D podcast. Oh, and DDR. Both are like super good at DDR. Snipper clips for the Switch. Yeah, we've been playing because we have a toddler. We got the new Pokemon Snap or whatever that game is called, and it's pretty entertaining to play with a toddler. All right, I gotta figure out what I'm doing here. I got a weird setup going on for sure. I mean, we're gonna sell some of these. See, I don't know if that's a better option. I think that's probably a better option, honestly. I can hack shields in for the halberd and run the burst laser. All right, so does that mean we're done with that? Because it's like I could run this if it's against a Zoltan shield or something. I think that makes sense. I mean, if we take damage, it's worse because we can't like put stuff into that as easily. 86. I think I can spend a little more scrap, honestly, because I have so much stuff to sell. I mean, if this run just like stays ridiculous and we keep getting free stuff, like sure, I'll buy the drone power and try and get that up and running. I've got the drone recovery arm, but I wouldn't count on it. All right, I think I'm good at this point to take some more jumps. What's it? It's just sector 4. It's not so bad. Got a halberd. Come on. Doing pretty good here. Double bombs. That's fun. I mean, this is the kind of ship where maybe we can do something with the fire fire drone. Like, do we do this? Fire drone. Like, I might actually, no joke, do that. That seems kind of viable to me. Alright, so you guys gonna kill him if possible. You're just gonna auto fire on shields. Because like we can put some damage into their weapons, hopefully. And it's just the bomb, so we can make this fight pretty safe. right, it's begun. Do that because I don't want those. I don't want to deal with those bombs if I can avoid it for sure. All right, nice. Got the mantis. You know the sensors. Let's see what's going on. All right, so we got the 2 crew. No pilot. Got the fire drone going. Alright, so that's their weapons offline. And I think we just kind of let them burn at this point. It seems like they only have level 1 piloting. Nice. And then we can shoot them if they run into the med bay if they make it that far. Ooh, that's burning too. I love the just getting interrupted with the fires just appearing. I think we got him. Glorious. Alright, so look at that. Non-ironically, got value out of the fire beam drone. Fire drone. What do they call it? Anti-ship fire drone. Alright. I've had mixed results. The one other time I've used fire drone when I used it a lot and really relied on it. I had some fights that were just ridiculous how long it would take for it to fire into a specific room. It took 15 minutes watching it just spin around and hit every single room but one where someone was hiding and fire wouldn't spread. Yeah, the pro ship fire drone is puts fires out on your ship. It takes up a drone slot. But also it flies around like a defense drone, sprays water at your ship or something funny. Be an interesting variant of the hull drone kind of. Some nice empty jumps from an Engi sector, not unsurprising. Take the distresses because we have good options. Beam weapon, carefully cut the ship out. Scrap, nice, we got a store there. Promise to help. Engi crew, get high scrap from that. Yeah, we'll go right to the store. Vulcan. No. Alright, definitely selling a fire drone. That's just immediate, not, Gonna buy mind control. It's because I could get this online fairly, now. But I could run, all of this eventually if I wanted to. I mean, either way, it's I'm going to want to replace that Ion Blast too at some point. I don't think this is good enough to want to replace it with. And we're only sector 4, so it's we have, and if we don't find anything, that's fine. This is good enough for flagship also. So as fun as it is doing the Iron Blast and doing the fire beam, I think we're going to be moving away from that pretty quick. Right? Yeah. It's just too easy of a change. It's just makes sense. I mean, I guess I could also, technically, I could go for the charge 1 and sell the Ion Blast. But that's still going up a lot of power. I'm just gonna do that right away, honestly. Honestly, my power situation's not that terrible unless I'm trying to like run the fire drone. But I'll still hold on to it for now. I don't need to sell it. There's nothing I'm gonna like buy if I sell it. Except for like power, but not that important. See how many jumps I got left here. Oh, is that 6? I don't... maybe, but it's kind of sketchy right now. It's maybe 6 jumps before this. I probably won't see this jump, but that's okay. Just go right here. My guess, yeah, I feel like they had an ion drone, like a combat drone that shoots ions. I mean, that's crazy strong. Unless it's really slow. And even then, it's like, it's just so much stronger to have something shooting ion at it regularly. And missile is just stupid. Except their offer of surrender. Take your 15 scrap. Yeah, I mean, the missile one would have to be... Imagine a missile going as fast as, like, a combat, too. If it was a 1-damage missile, it'll just destroy you on its own. Hail them. It's a ship. Beam drone. So weapons that can do something eventually. Man, look at... What do we got? We got mind control and hacking and all these weapons going on. I got a couple choices how I want to play this. Yeah, because they have no way to heal also. It's like, so I gotta just get them killed. So I think we just do a weapons hack because that's the easiest way to keep the fight like safe. I'm going to try and get a damage in on it first. Although I'm not sure actually with the repair drone if that's the best way to do it. So maybe I'll actually do that first. So that's interesting. It doesn't pull this guy because it's the same kind of, they need a crew member to like realize that they're there. Goofy stuff. But we do this and then that alerts them what's going on. They all start freaking out about it. I think I risk the damage because I'd rather, because this can damage me with the beam drone if it all hits in the right way. But I'd rather have the door control right now, I think. Actually, no, if they're just sending in the repair bot, I don't care about that. Just hack it then. I thought they were sending this guy for a second. Maybe they switched it, or I just wasn't paying attention enough. Oop. That works too. Alright, so almost got that Zoltan down. Yeah, I mean, the thing with drones, I mean, there's a lot of kind of funny balance things because it's, you know, like drones aren't great for the player often, but they're just so good for the enemy. And so it's like having drones, like missile drones and stuff, can be so problematic because of that. Really, you help repair first? Come on, that's lame. Like, the anti-personal drone is just, like, useless against mind control. It gets so confused. Alright, I guess I let them repair this so we can, like, move on to the next stage of life. Where they go fight, and that guy gets pulled. That's a funny little dance they did right there. I wonder what that was about. Could get really close to killing him with the next halberd swipe if I want. I kind of want to mind control again now. No. Almost there. Just as he finally punches through. Because now I can just I can hack this again. Just have to do like a little bit more damage. I guess that didn't really matter. It's kind of silly to do that. Get him one hit from dead. Where you run to now that mind control's gonna end. Stay in there. Alright. Probably not the most efficient way, but we didn't take any damage and we got the crew kill, so it's all good. Like 3 streams ago, I had a rock named Yaz bug out, and I had the image of them. I thought, wasn't it Luan T was the one that had mind control just break them? Was it Yaz? I can't remember. I do remember I was thinking about that rock the other day, sitting in oxygen. Alright, so let me check if I can figure out how many jumps this is now that's a little bit closer. It's like, I think it's 4. It's close. And it's not the end of the world if I have to dive just the exit. I just wish I knew for sure. Let me try and measure again, see if I can get a little more confidence. Yeah, I think it's okay. I haven't been doing enough lately to be confident, but we can always, alright, I'm going to secure it. Any personal. Get the free drone. Gives us some blue options, that's nice. Scrap recovery arm. 41 scrap, nice. Gonna just like measure it now, also just to have an idea. Also, might do like an engines upgrade now in case you run into like double hazard before the exit. But I think it's okay. More and more I'm leaning towards it's okay. Oh, 41 scrap is the max. Yeah, you're memorizing all those scrap tables, aren't you? That's pretty funny. I don't want to buy it yet. No, we don't need to buy fuel. We're still at 20. We're up to like 32, sector 1 or something, right? Sector 2, somewhere in there. I think we're okay. We started already pulled up Mike's website every surrender offer. That's pretty funny. Hey, I called it. Look, there's a hazard right before the exit. So hopefully it's not a dive. Alright, boarding. They have pretty gross weapons for like an asteroid field, actually. I think I'm just going to hack their weapons. And like just make them fight off the bat. See, because normally when it's just the weapons guy, even if they have a teleport, if you do it instantly, then nothing happens, like they don't run around. But if you do it like as they're running out of the room because of the command, they'll like run to the next room and they do weird stuff. Like now he's shooting the med bay instead of weapons, and this guy just doesn't care. That's pretty funny. Gonna hack it off the bat. I guess I could run like a combat drone here also, the recovery arm. Ooh, fires. Good job, combat drone. This is like quickly getting to quite a lot of firepower with all these things combined here. Bunch of fuel and missiles, but we don't really need that so much. Alright. 27 scrap. That's pretty nice. When Mike goes rogue and tries to tyrant over everyone, yeah, you know, it might happen. You never know. People have breaks. Alright, good. I called this one fine. It's like I kind of thought so the whole time. I'm just like nervous and out of practice. But I mean, I guess that's a pretty close one to call. It's like pretty close to the middle. So that's pretty good for measuring it. Like 6 jumps out. It's probably not that many pixels off, like being So this is where it's like, I feel like good proof, like using a ruler is an advantage over eyeballing it. Absolutely. And I try to be open about that. Like respect to people like Crow who just go off their eyes entirely. Attack him before he can attack. Because it's definitely like that can cause differences at times in sectors. Getting that extra jump in or not. Hacking is gross behind a Zoltan shield. It's definitely gross. I think this does 1 damage. It might actually be better to run than the combat, but I also probably should have waited for this. Oh, gross, you're hacking my weapons? Why you gotta do that? At least their weapons suck. It's a decently long hack, I think. Man, you're missing like crazy. I'm gonna try it out. I've got the recovery arm. I mean, you're slower than the combat drone, but you don't miss at least. Yeah. After this thing missed 4 times in a row, I feel like that's okay. I'll take this slower and that doesn't miss. So it's up to 2 damage coming in. Nice, dodge on the drone control. So I'm not gonna go for a crew kill against quad Engi with a clone bay. Do I hack their hacking because I hate it? I don't really hack their hacking. Yeah, just hack their weapons back. This is like the smarter play. Even if it's not what I want to just hack their hacking. We will not accept surrender. Oh, nice. Kind of forgot that I had the fire drone going still inside the combat. Worked out pretty smoothly. Yeah, I've never totally understood what Crow's talking about when he's counting those dashes. Like, I kind of do, but it's like they're at angles. I don't know. I don't quite understand it. You know, it's like, I think it's these dashes, but I don't quite know how it work. Like, I guess he just estimates how many dashes it would be going that way or something. I'm not really sure. You know, there's the hexagons in the background. Like, I'd probably do something with counting those if I was like trying to count it in a way without using a ruler or something. Right, managed controlled sector is not great, but you know, it's not the worst. It should be pretty easy ships. So I might be able to get more crew kills with a fire drone. And also, we're in good shape. The only thing I really want at this point, besides just like more upgrades, is like a defense drone. But, you know, and sure, we can always improve the loadout, but it's plenty strong enough. We've already got hacking 2. Probably go up to shields 3, like, immediately. But, as I said before, I'm going to call it at this point, because it's going to be about 2 o'clock my time, and I've been going pretty slow as it is. So, yeah, I'm going to call it for the night. What is it? Today is Tuesday night. So, there's a chance it'll be tomorrow night. It'll probably be either tomorrow night or the next night. I don't want to stretch this out, you know. I don't like stretching the runs out too long. But yeah, so catch me then. You know, you can see my stats or my profile. Let me know, you know, if you're here, we're talking about some ideas for rewards and stuff. And building up the stream some, getting my cat on it. Doing some fun side things or whatever. But yeah, so I hope everyone has a good night, good rest of the week. Let's see if we can find someone to raid here. Playing some FTL. Man, there's very little FTL going on right now. Yeah, we're just talking about them. Let's go give Crow a raid, playing some Mass Effect. I haven't really seen much Mass Effect, so it'd be cool to check that out for a couple minutes. So yeah, thanks everyone stopping by, and I'll catch you on the next one for sure. I feel like it was good to do a crappy ship, even if it was a pretty lucky run. I feel like we've done a lot of good ships lately. So, good times.